another edition of Adam Curry Presents. In the beginning of our New Year's week. It's our last couple of days of 2024. I hope you enjoyed our 25 days of Christmas Adam Curry Presents style. Thank you all for tuning in for that. Now we get back to reality. Oh yes. On today's show, we got a game of dice and boardwalk. The second episode of the game show Monopoly is coming up next. Hit it, MC Hammer!
You've seen him on TV, now see him in person. The Little Caesars hand puppet, just 99 cents at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Yeah!
There are no limits. Swatch.
You may have noticed that lately, lots of people are having considerable trouble walking and chewing gum at the same time. Perhaps it's because of the great new taste of Trident. Peppier Original. Fruitier Fruit. Bubblier Bubble. The great new taste of Trident. Still good for your teeth, and now it tastes better than ever.
Every day that goes by, one of the highest mileage, lowest price, and the best-selling of all V6 coupes is Chevy Beretta. Day by day, more people are winning with
the heartbeat of America.
And now it's easy to win with a heartbeat.
I'm from a town where things are as good as they come, and it's pictured in my mind just as clear as the midday sun. Now I'm out here in the darkness, and the rain is coming down. Never was like this in my hometown. My hometown is not like this, but that's alright with me. See, I'm out here from my hometown, 'cause freedom isn't free.
Sunday, flip your lid, flip your bride, or flip your fry. It's an all-new and hilarious America's Funniest Home Videos. Then, it's America's Funniest People Sunday.
She's a knockout.
It's the lost episode.
Want to buy a watch?
No, kid, not today.
All dancing and romancing. It's a party's fantasy on Who's the Boss. Then, Billy's Thanksgiving prayers are answered.
Okay.
Out of the class, Tuesday.
Buy land for $2.50.
Off Bimini, the story at 11.
Yes, Monopoly. The world's most famous board game is now Monopoly, the TV game. Here come the players. The red player, Matthew. The gold player, Charlene. And the green player, Jeff. Here comes our hostess, Michelle Nicholas. And here's the host of Monopoly, Mike Riley.
Thank you, Mario. Thank you. Thank you. Well, folks, we are back, and you've got us. The TV version of Monopoly is loaded with cash, and we're anxious for our players to win it. Now, our game is a little different, though, than the one you've come to love for years. Players, in our game, when you get a property, we give you the value of that property, provided you can answer our crossword puzzle-type clues. The Atlantic City streets are awaiting us, so let's get going. We're going to start our buying spree on Mediterranean Avenue worth $60. And away we go. All correct answers on this block will begin with the letter I. The letter I. Here is your first clue. Spud State. Charlene.
Idaho!
Idaho is correct, Charlene. To the gold player. Let's turn Mediterranean Avenue gold. Put $60 into your bank. Move on to Baltic Avenue, also a $60 property. Here is your clue. Setter or stew. Charlene.
Irish!
Irish is correct, Charlene. Goodness gracious me, I'm up. Turn Baltic Avenue gold. Give her $60 for that property. And Charlene, right off the bat, that is a monopoly. We're going to give you the combined value of that entire monopoly, and that's $120 more into your bank. We're going to move on to Oriental Avenue with a value of $100. Here is your next clue. Wrinkle Ritter. Nobody. We were looking for iron there. Iron, the domestic kind, not the facial kind. No harm, no foul. Nobody went for that one. We will, however, drop the value of Oriental Avenue in half. Now for control of Oriental Avenue and $50, players. Here is your clue. Smarts Barometer. Jeff, intelligence. IQ. Yes, we're going to have to go with that one. IQ is what we're looking for, Jeff. You're the green player. Turn Oriental Avenue green and give him $50. We're going to move on to Vermont Avenue, a $100 property. Here is your clue, players. Titanic lettuce. Jeff, iceberg. Iceberg is what we're looking for. Well solved, Jeff. We're going to turn Vermont Avenue green as well for you, Jeff. This time it's $100 into your bank. We move on to Connecticut Avenue, worth $120. Here is your clue. Foot fraction. Matthew.
Inch.
Inch is what we're looking for, Matthew. You're the red player. Turn Connecticut Avenue red. $120 into Matthew's bank. And Charlene, you get an opportunity to catch your breath while the gentlemen battle it out for control of this monopoly. Jeff, you have 2 properties in a 3-property monopoly. You need 1 more property to take them over, therefore 1 more correct answer. Matthew, you have 1 property. You're going to need 2 more. That's 2 consecutive correct answers. If you gentlemen are ready, here is your clue. Renoir and Rich Little. Jeff, Impressionist. Impressionist is what we're looking for, Jeff. That is a monopoly. Turn them all green. We're going to add up the value of all the properties in that monopoly, Jeff, and deposit $320 into your bank. And let's turn the corner. We're going to St. Charles Place with a $140 value. All correct answers on this block, players, will begin with the letter N. The letter N. Here is your clue. Choke rope. Jeff, noose. Noose is what we're looking for. A race to the buzzer. You hung Matthew and Charlene out to dry. Turn St. Charles Place green. $140 goes into Jeff's bank. We're moving on to States Avenue worth $140. Here is your clue. Salad dressing star. Jeff, Newman. Newman is correct. You just beat the buzzer, Jeff. We're going to turn that one green. Put $140 into your bank. For Virginia Avenue and $160, players. Here is your clue. Golden lump. Jeff, a nugget. A nugget is what we're looking for, Jeff. Just as quick as that. That was a monopoly. Turn Virginia green. $160 for Virginia Avenue. And for control of the whole monopoly, $440 into your bank, Jeff. We're going to jump the railroad tracks and move on to St. James Place, $180 property. Matthew, get in here and make your mark on this board. The rents are getting bigger for St. James Place and $180. Here is your clue. What Jack be? Jeff, nimble. Jack be nimble. And Jeff, you were quick. We're going to turn St. James Place green. Another $180 into your bank, Jeff. We move on to Tennessee Avenue for Tennessee and $180. Your clue, players. Country capital. Charlene.
Nashville!
Nashville is what I was looking for, Charlene. Sing it out. Turn Tennessee Avenue gold. $180 into your bank, Charlene. New York Avenue, the last available property on this block for control of New York Avenue and $200. Here is your clue. Finger paint. Whoa, nobody. Charlene, sorry, the buzzer beat you. Nail polish is what we were looking for. Nail polish. Nobody got that one. We're going to drop the value of New York Avenue in half. Now for control of that property and $100, players, here is your clue. Hose head. Charlene.
Nozzle.
Nozzle is what we're looking for, Charlene. Let's turn New York Avenue gold. $100 more into your bank, Charlene. And Matthew, you're going to get an opportunity to watch them fight this one out. Charlene, you have 2 properties. You need 1 more property, 1 more correct answer. Jeff, you're going to need 2 in a row to take control of this monopoly and this entire block. If you're ready, Charlene and Jeff, here is your clue. Peekaboo nightie. Jeff. Negligee. Negligee is what we're looking for, Jeff. That's 1 for you. 1 more takes it. The next correct answer for control of this monopoly. Here is your clue. I love me. Charlene.
Narcissistic.
Narcissist is what we're looking for, Charlene. That is a monopoly. Turn them all gold. And for that monopoly, Charlene, you make another $560 into your bank. And at the end of our second block, Charlene, $1,080. But Jeff, still in the lead with $1,530. Charlene right behind with $1,080. Matthew with a little bit of ground to make up. You have only $120, but we've got plenty of time to go. So come back and join us as we turn the corner and go into our next block on Monopoly. We'll be here. You be here.
And now, back to Monopoly and your host, Mike Riley.
Thank you, Charlie. Oh, it's us again. Folks, we have got a couple of real competitors here tonight. And we're going to take just a minute to meet them. And we're also going to meet tonight's hostess, Michelle Nicholas. Michelle, if you do the honors.
Our first player tonight is a red player, a musician from Atlanta, Georgia. He's Matthew Hutchison. Next is a gold player. She's a homemaker and mother of 2 from Chicago, Illinois. She's Charlene Ross. And our green player is a medical sales representative from Los Angeles, California. He's Jeff Pytel. Good luck, contestants. And now back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Michelle. We'll see you in just a minute when we roll those dice, folks. But right now, we've got some business to attend to. We're going to move right into our next block. Players, the first available property on this block is Kentucky Avenue with a value of $220. All correct answers on this block will begin with the letter C. Here is your clue. Woody's Woodwind. Charlene.
Clarinet.
Clarinet's the one we're looking for, Charlene. Turn Kentucky Avenue gold, $220 into your bank, and move on over to Indiana Avenue, also a $220 property. Your next clue. Wyoming's Ghost Town. Charlene.
Calico.
Calico. Oh, not the one we're looking for. Jeff. Casper. Casper is the one we wanted. Casper the friendly ghost. And Jeff, we're going to turn it green to $220 into your bank. Charlene, Casper was not that friendly to you. You got the wrong answer. We're going to have to take away the value of the property. That's $220 out of your bank. But you can make it up right here on Illinois Avenue. It's a $240 property. For control of Illinois, here is your clue. Half of half and half. Matthew.
Cream.
Cream is what we're looking for, Matthew. There you go. Turn it red. $240 goes to Matthew. And plays, everyone is involved in this monopoly. Listen very carefully to your next clue. Muppets Munchies. Jeff, crumpets. Crumpets is incorrect. Charlene or Matthew? Curds and whey. Jeff, an incorrect answer is going to cost you. That's going to knock you out of contention for control of this monopoly. You did have control of Indiana Avenue. I'm now going to have to give a toss-up clue to Charlene and Matthew to take control of that property. If you're ready, Charlene and Matthew, here is your clue. Wick stick. Matthew.
Candle.
Candle is what we're looking for, Matthew. Take over Indiana Avenue. We're going to turn that one red. You now have 2 of them in a 3-property monopoly, Matthew. 1 more correct answer. We'll take it over. Charlene, to take control of that whole corner, you're going to need 2 correct answers in a row. If you're ready, Matthew and Charlene, your clue. French flapjack. Matthew.
Crepe.
Oh, you just beat the buzzer, Matthew. Crepe is what we wanted. That is a monopoly. Turn them all red. Oh, just in the nick of time. And the value of that monopoly is another $680 into your bank, Matthew. That puts you over the $1,000 mark. We're going to move down to Atlantic Avenue. We've got a horse race now for Atlantic Avenue at $260, players. Here is your clue. Maury's Current Affair. Connie Chung. Connie Chung is what we're looking for, Jeff. Turn it green, $260 into your bank for Bettler Avenue and $260, players. Here is your clue. Nicholson's Nest. Jeff. Cuckoo's Nest. Cuckoo's Nest. Turns that review. $260 for Jeff. We're moving down to Marvin Gardens with a $280 value. Stephen King's Killer Canine. Jeff, Cujo. Cujo. Rip those throats out, Jeff. Turn them all green. Give him $280 for Marvin Gardens. And for taking over the Monopoly, another $800 into your bag, Jeff. He's ripping and tearing. We're turning the corner into our high rent district players. We're going to start with Pacific Avenue, a $300 property. All correct answers on this block will begin with the letter F. Your clue, French bread. Charlene.
Oh, French bread is a...
No, Matthew or Jeff. Oh, there's the buzzer. Nobody. Frank's. Frank's is what we were looking for. Charlene, I'm sorry, that one is going to cost you. You're going to lose $300 for that incorrect answer. We're going to drop the value of Pacific Avenue in half since no one got it. For now, for control of Pacific and $150, players, here is your clue. Spassky's sparring partner. Jeff Fisher. Bobby Fisher is what we're looking for. That old chess master, Jeff. You got a green on Pacific Avenue. $150 into your bank. We move down to North Carolina, worth $300. Here is your clue. Bride-to-be. Charlene.
Fiancé.
Oh, you said that with love in your heart, Charlene. I could feel it. Let's turn that gold. Give her $300. We're back up over 1,000 at the second place. We move on to Pennsylvania Avenue, worth $320. Here is your clue. Manhattan Mayor's musical. Charlene.
Fiorello.
Fiorello LaGuardia, the airport, the musical, the man, the myth, turn it gold. $320 into Charlene's bank. Matthew, a moment to collect your thoughts while Jeff and Charlene battle it out. Charlene, you have 2 properties. 1 correct answer will take it. Jeff, you need 2 in a row to stop her from taking control of that monopoly. If you're ready, your clue. Sly's Lords. Charlene.
Flatbush.
Flatbush is exactly right, Charlene. Turn them all gold. My Old Stomping Grounds. $920 into your bank, Charlene. We're making a big comeback towards the end. We are down to our last and most valuable properties for Park Place and $350, players. Here is your clue. Ancient Impressions. Nobody. Fossils. And you guys look petrified. Park Place at $175. It's going for a cut rate now. Here's your next clue, players. Benito's Party. Jeff. Fastest? Yes. Park Place, we're going to turn it green. $175 goes into Jeff's bank. Boardwalk, the last available property on the board with a value of $400. A big ticket item. If you are ready, players, here is your clue. Liver Pickler. Nobody. Formaldehyde is what we were looking for. Formaldehyde. Boardwalk's going cheap tonight for $200 in control of the boardwalk. Your clue. Congress Talkathon. Jeff. Filibuster. Filibuster is the one. Jeff, that is a monopoly. Turn it green. $200 for boardwalk. $750 for control of the monopoly. Jeff, and at the end of this round, that gives you $4,625. And while we're away at commercial, our contestants are going to use some of their money to improve their properties with houses and hotels. Houses cost $50 a piece. Hotels go for $250, but they bring some very nice rewards, and you'll see that in just a minute. Come on back.
Welcome back to Monopoly and the Big Money Round. Once again, here's Mike Riley.
Thank you, Charlie. Oh. Well, I'm sure our players could use a deep breath after all the construction they've done, but there is no let-up. We're going to go right back for the big money. Players, you're all going to be traveling around the board together, and there are hotels everywhere. We're going to take just a minute to see who built what where. Charlene, Jeff, you ended the last round with $4,625. Control of 4 monopolies on our board. You went with hotels everywhere. You spent $2,750. That means you'll have $1,875 going into this round. Charlene, you had $2,320 at the end of the last round and control of 3 monopolies on our board. You opted for hotels as well. It cost you $2,000. You'll have $320 to go into this round. Matthew, you had $1,040 and you did what you could. You put hotels on the 1 monopoly you're in control of. We took $750 away from you for that. $290 to start this round. Now, players, we're going to go around the board on the dice that Michelle rolls. When we land on your property, you're going to collect some rent by answering a clue. But if you're not able to come up with the correct answer, your opponents can sneak in and steal that rent. If everyone's ready, we're going to turn it over to Michelle. Michelle, roll those dice. Let's make some money for these folks. A 6 is going to take us right to Oriental Avenue. Jeff, that is in your control with a hotel. Charlie, what kind of rent money can he make there?
Well, here's some good news, Mike. $550.
$550 for you, Jeff, for the correct answer to this clue. Your answer begins with the letter H, your clue. The Great Escaper. Houdini. Harry Houdini's the one we're looking for. Let's give him the money. Michelle, let's roll the dice. A 4, a pair of 2s. That's going to take us by jail. We're just visiting some relatives. Michelle, roll those dice. A 9. It'll take us all the way down the second block to New York Avenue, a gold property controlled by you, Charlene. New York with a hotel. What's that renting for these days, Charlie?
New York Avenue, $1,000.
An easy grand for you, Charlene. $1,000 for the correct answer. Correct answer beginning with the letter B, your clue. Ebenezer's exclamation.
Humbug.
That's correct, Charlene. We like your enthusiasm. Don't worry about the buzzer. That was all yours, Michelle. Roll those dice. A 7. Oh, Matthew, we're going to leapfrog your properties. That's going to take us to Atlantic Avenue. However, that's good news for you, Jeff. Atlantic is yours with a hotel. What's that renting for, Charlie?
Well, a nice bit of change, $1,150.
$1,150 for you, Jeff. Easy money. Just give me the correct answer, beginning with the letter R to this clue. Cheek paint. Rouge. Rouge. Just as easy as that, Jeff. Give him the money, Michelle. Away we go. Let's roll them. A 6 is going to take us around the corner, and we're back to Charlene's property, North Carolina Avenue with a hotel. Charlie, I'm sure she's looking at some good rent money there.
Oh, you're so right. $1,275.
$1,275 for you, Charlene. The correct answer begins with the letter P, your clue. Italian Star Shooters. Time, Jeff or Matthew? Paparazzi is what we were looking for. Paparazzi, nobody. That money's going to go in my pocket. Let's roll those dice, Michelle. A 9. Finding the hot hand that's going to take us around go. Let's give everybody $200 just for taking the ride. And Charlene, you've got an opportunity to make some of that money back. What does Mediterranean Avenue rent for with a hotel, Charlie?
$250.
For $250, Charlene, your correct answer begins with the letter H, your clue. Little Red's cover. Charlene. Hood. Hood is what we're looking for. Easy on the electronics, Charlene. Give her $250. Michelle, go ahead and roll them. A 9. That's going to take us back. You've got a particular affinity for that square, Michelle, and I find it very discomforting. We're just visiting jail again. Let's roll those dice, shall we? A 7. That is going to take us down to community chest. Let's take a look at the community chest card and see what it tells us to do. The low player sues high player, wins $250 judgment. Jeff, we're going to take that away from you. We're going to give it to Matthew, only in America. Matthew, some easy money for you. Michelle, roll it. A 5. That's going to take us around the corner. We're on chance. Let's take a look at the chance card and see what it tells us to do. Advance to the nearest railroad. Matthew, it might not be all bad news because that opens the door for a hostile takeover. This is the way we play it, players. I'm going to give you all a toss-up clue. The player who rings in with the correct answer can take that B&O Railroad to any monopoly on the board in an effort to take that away from another player. If you are ready, it's a very important juncture in the game. Your correct answer will begin with the letter J. Here is your clue. Add tune. Charlene.
Jingle.
Jingle is the one we're looking for, Charlene. Where do you want to take that B&O Railroad? Jeff is way out there. He's got plenty of property to choose from.
I'd like to go to an expensive one, but I think I better stick with Atlantic Avenue.
Atlantic, Ventnor, and Marvin Gardens. Expensive enough for my taste. It's a 3-property monopoly. You're going to need 3 consecutive correct answers to take it over, Charlene. Concentrate. Your correct answers will begin with the letter R. Your first clue. Moscow money.
Ruble.
Rubles, that is one for you. We're moving on to Ventnor. Your next clue. Slightly smutty in Paris.
Risque.
Risque is the one we're looking for, Charlene. One more takes control of the entire monopoly for you, Charlene. Here is your clue. Potter's Peter.
Potter's Peter. Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit. Peter's Potter is what we're looking for. You just beat the buzzer, Charlene. You had me on pins and needles. Let's turn them all gold, Charlene. And we deposit the value of that monopoly into your bank. That's another $800 for you. Let's go back to Michelle and roll those dice. You heard that sound. That was 1 minute to go in the round, players. We're going to move it along here. 7 is going to take us around the corner to chance. It helped you out last time, Charlene. Let's take a look at the card. What's it telling us to do now? Advance to Vermont Avenue, and that's good news for Jeff. That's going to take us past go. We're going to give everyone $200, and Jeff, we're going to give you a clue, and you can earn yourself. Charlie, what can he earn himself there with a hotel?
Well, Vermont Avenue is worth $550.
For $550, Jeff, Charlene's been closing the gap. This one is all yours. Your correct answer begins with the letter H. Here is your clue. Pooch Pit Stop. Charlene or Matthew? Charlene.
Hydrants.
Fire hydrants is what we're looking for, Charlene. Give her the money. Let's go back to Michelle. Michelle, roll those dice. We just have time to make a little more money for these folks. A big roll, a 10 is going to take us around to Tennessee Avenue. More good news for you, Charlene. It's coming in droves. That one's yours. With a hotel, it rents for Charlie O.
Well, how about $950?
How about $950 for you, Charlene? Your correct answer will begin with the letter B. Here is your clue. Ukraine ukulele. Time. Matthew or Jeff? Matthew.
Balalaika.
Balalaika is the one we're looking for, Matthew. You scored yourself some quick money, and that is the end of the round. Matthew, you came out strong there at the end. $1,890. Control of just one monopoly, however. We are going to cash in your hotels. Add up the value of those, put those in with your score. That's going to give you a final total, Matthew, of $2,640. Good money, but not quite enough. Charlene, you came on like gangbusters in that round. You ended it with $3,320. And control of four, count them, 4 monopolies on the board. When we sell off your hotels, add up their value and put them in with your score, Charlene. It gives you a finishing total of $6,070. Jeff, a tough mark to shoot for. You have $3,725 at the end of that round. You still have control of 3 monopolies on the board. We're going to cash in your hotels. We're going to add up the value, Jeff, to give you a final total of $5,725. Charlene, you are our winner, and you just won yourself a shot at $25,000. Come on over here, Charlene. Well done. You did an excellent job, Charlene. Now the tough part's behind you. Now it's the easy part. You go for $25,000 or maybe even $50,000. Come on back and watch Charlene do it. We'll be here. It's that magic time. Charlene has already picked up over $6,000 in today's game, and now it's time to give her a shot at $25,000 in our once around the block bonus. And Charlene, you've already done the hard work. You've asked you to place 4 go-to-jails on the board, beginning with 1 in the 2nd row. And where did you place that?
States Avenue.
On States Avenue. And 1 in the 3rd row?
Atlantic Avenue.
On Atlantic Avenue. And 2 in the last row, bearing in mind that go-to-jail in the corner is still in play.
That was luxury tax and boardwalk.
Charlene, you have 5 rolls of the dice. Every time you roll doubles, we'll give you an extra roll. If you can pass go without touching one of those go-to-jails, we're going to give you $25,000. Charlene, if you can land exactly on go, we're going to give you $50,000. For every square you pass, we'll give you $100. You can stop at any time and take the money you've already won. If you're ready, Charlene, pick them up, put them down. We want to see some big numbers. We're on your side. Let's go. We want to give that money away. Let's 6 to start you out. That's going to take you to Oriental Avenue. You have $600. You have 4 more rolls of the dice. Your only bad roll is a 7, Charlene. You're not even thinking about it. Go for it. Boxcars. That's the one we're looking for, Charlene. Beautiful. That's going to take you to Tennessee Avenue. You still have 4 rolls of the dice left. Your only bad rolls are 8 and 12, Charlene. You're going to go for it? She's going for it. No thinking. Go for it, Charlene. No way. Let's go. Take her on the corner and check. You still, Charlene, have 4 rolls of the dice. Your only bad rolls are 4 and 8, Charlene. You can go for it. You can stop now and take $2,200. $2,200? $2,200.
Oh, let's go.
She's going for it. What are you thinking about, Charlene? Something big. Let's see a big one. A 9. Beautiful, Charlene. You're around the corner. You're in the home stretch now, Charlene. You've got $3,100. You've got 3 more rolls of the dice. Your only bad rolls are 7 and 8, Charlene. What do you want to do? 7 and 8. What do you want to do?
Let's go for it.
Yeah, she's going to go for it, Charlene. We're on your side. Let's see. Charlene, I want to see a 9 and 9 for your side. It is all yours, $31,000. Oh, well done, Charlene. That was all yours. Oh, for us here at Monopoly, we got to say goodbye. We're out of time. Until next week, peace and good cheer. Good night, folks. We'll see you next week.
David Brinkley here, and our This Week program Sunday, is Washington's addiction to wild spending and borrowing about to end? If not, how much longer can it go on?
Now stay tuned for BL Stryker next. Monopoly. These three winners will vie for a chance at the $250,000 grand prize. Watch the semifinals on Super Jeopardy! Then, when is a game show not a game show? Give up when it's America's favorite board game, too. Monopoly, Saturday. Sunday.
Well, that's our show for you today. My God. Tomorrow we do have another edition of Adam Curry Presents tomorrow. We're doing another salute to Dick Clark, like always, every New Year's Eve. So we're doing that tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Adam Curry Presents would like to wish you all a Happy New Year. We'll see you then. Until on the first this Wednesday. This is me saying good night. Bye-bye. MC Hammer. Hit it!
What do you got here?
This has been a presentation of Adam David Kepler Curry Production.
Husband Bob.